Mary Spender's guitar stories, 6-string tales of woe and glory. Send me your guitar stories, and I might choose to read your guitar stories.
Hi, my name is Mary Spender, and welcome to episode 4 of Guitar Stories. If you don't know by now, you can submit your guitar story to be read out on the show, and I'd really appreciate that. So check out the details in the description below, and the weirder and more bizarre and awesome storytelling, the better. So check that out, but otherwise, let's get into it. Okay, this one comes from Jordan. Warmest hello, Mary. Greetings from the States. Love your videos, songs, and the tone of your voice. Thank you. My guitar story, sorry, no cats. Sorry, no cats. My guitar story, sorry, no cats, is one of epic family understandings or misunderstandings. My father has a tale as old as time, or as far as I can remember. My uncle, his older brother, has a completely different take. The guitar in question is a 61 original Gibson ES335 from the Kalamazoo, Michigan plant, the original Gibson plant before they moved to Nashville. The tale has to do with whom my grandmother gave money to and whether or not a Marin flat top was to be handed down to my father in the process. Regardless, in our family, the guitar infamy is legendary, and the guitar has its own surname, Big Red. Big Red was graciously transferred to my ownership a little over a year ago from my uncle. Thanks, Uncle Bob. I've got an Uncle Bob. It has the original case with faded past band names on it. It's quite a gift and plays wonderfully. It's all original. The Bigsby was set up at Gibson prior to purchase. It's lovely and big and definitely red. I now have 2 primary electrics, both of which are professional grade workhorses, but are on completely different spectrums. Makes me feel somewhat manic to try to balance them both out. They are both sonic whizzes. One is of history and the other is from the future. So we've got Big Red and then Strandberg, Pliny's signature with lace alumitone pickups. I share your videos and music with my friends who have interests. You're brightening the airwaves. Keep up the excellent work. We all thank you. Thank you, Jordan. All right, let's take a look at this guitar. Holy moly. Oh my God. Yeah, and then the Strandberg. Good on ya. They're incredible. I mean, the Gibson story, the Big Red, very cool. So thank you very much for sharing that. Okay, this one looks fun. Hey Mary, my name is Nathan and this is my girl Charlotte. This was the 3rd guitar I built. I built her when I was 16. I built the body at my first ever job, which was woodworking. I had to learn how to do some guitar wiring and do some research on installing the bride. It's not a perfect guitar, but for building it myself, it does an amazing job. It's a copy of one of Paul Stanley's guitar that Ibanez made for him. I individually glued all the rhinestones, and I think it's about 8,000 or more. Blimey. It took me 3 days to glue all the rhinestones, and yes, I watched a lot of movies in that time. I built it for my Halloween costume in 2019. I did the Dress to Kill look of Paul Stanley and did the makeup and all. On Halloween, I walked around my neighbourhood playing Kiss songs with an amp strapped to my back. It was a ton of fun. This year, I plan to go as the Star Child again, but in the end of the road tour outfit with platform shoes that I built as well. Okay, let me look at these pictures. Yes! That's a great replica. Come on. Very convincing. Look at you building it. Oh my God, that is painstaking. Like, oh my God. Oh, the shoes. My God. Okay, you did it. Look at it. Oh, can someone do that for me? I really want one. I want one. I just don't want to sit there and glue 8,000 rhinestones. That's incredible. Congratulations. Good work. I hope that this guitar being on here, helps those 3 days just a little bit more. So massive thanks, Nathan. That's really good. And happy Halloween for whenever if it happens this year. Okay, this one comes from Bruce. Mary, I was a drummer, lead singer in a top 40 cover band in middle and high school. In 1970, I went to see Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young and fell in love with the whole acoustic guitar singer-songwriter thing. And they all played Martin guitars. So of course I wanted one. Didn't know how to play one though. I used to go to the music store near where I lived and stare at the Martins they had hanging there and wondered if I would ever be able to afford one. We've all been there. Well, some odd jobs later and trading in my beloved drum set, I put down $375, about $2,000 in today's money, and I bought a brand new 1971 Martin D18. I couldn't have been any more excited to walk out of the store with my very own. This is the guitar I learned to play on, write songs with, go to song circles with, to gigs with, and learn to cherish. Over the nearly 50 years I've owned this guitar, I have had to sell guitars to make ends meet, or I've traded other players for different guitars, loaned others that never returned, and this Martin is the only one that has been with me all these years. It's a little worn here and there, like me, and while I love all my guitars, I have a special relationship with this one. It's like an old friend. No matter how long since we've been in touch, we pick up like it was just yesterday. It has inspired me over and over again, and it's still my go-to for those times when the sound of fingers on wood and strings is perfect for the moment. P.S. That's big guy on top, tango below, 2 of our 5 cats. Not pictured, Shadow, Raja and Stella, because herding cats is, well, you know. 1971. It's so stunning. Look at how that wood has aged. Yeah. Ah! Okay, I mean, that one was perfect because not only was it a great story, but there was a cat. This one is titled Healing Power of Guitars, and it's from Brian. Hi Mary, love your videos, especially when you go guitar shopping. Haven't been guitar shopping in a while, have I? My name is Brian and I live in Indiana. As a 70s teen, I bought a Gibson Marauder. It was my first guitar. I was so inexperienced, I learned how to play my first few songs with the guitar out of tune. After my father-in-law tuned it, I had to start all over again. Oh my god, that's so crushing. That inexperience also resulted in belt buckle pockmarks and a big scratch on the back of it. We've all done it. Didn't realise I was damaging it, but broke my heart when I noticed what I'd done. A couple years later, I married my high school sweetheart and joined her family's bluegrass gospel band. I traded in the electric guitar for an acoustic and played acoustic for the family band for 3 decades. After 37 years, I lost my sweetheart to cancer. I'm so sorry. And like many hurting people, I reverted back to happy things from my youth to help deal with grief and recovery. I decided to look for another Marauder, and after much searching, found one just like my original. Wonderful man agreed to meet me to make the deal at a local coffee shop. He explained that the guitar was part of his father's collection, and that he was selling the collection for his father. He let me hold the guitar to check its condition. Where is this going? I couldn't believe it when I turned it over. On the back were the pockmarks and scratch an inexperienced teen had made 42 years earlier. It was my guitar. Only 83 Gibson Marauders had this burst finish. What are the odds something so meaningful could happen at just the right time? Oh my god, you got it back. Look at it. I mean, are they heavy? They look heavy. They look heavy. My god. It's yours. I mean, we've all done that. I've done it to so many guitars and it is heartbreaking, but you almost do realise like the marks you've left. So that's also like, I completely understand that you would recognise it instantly. Like, you know what damage you've done to your guitars. Like, you know that it was you, or that's just, massive thanks. That's a beautiful story, and happy playing. My god. Eee. Okay, episode 4, Emotional Roller Coaster, yet again. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, comment below with your favourite story, and obviously submit your guitar story if you have been holding on to one thus far. Massive thanks to everyone who contributed a story for this episode. Really, really appreciate you. But otherwise, I'll see you very soon.